Get back to those pictures we were looking at. They are so dramatic of this fire from Rich Prickett and Sky 5 HD. Rich, this looks ominous and frightening. Those flames are huge. But is this burning in largely wilderness area right now?
Yeah, it certainly is, Frank. It's a very wide open area away from any sort of structures or homes. I would say this is about a mile or so from Mulholland Road, which is more of a dirt road out here in this area. We'll widen out here, kind of just give you a sense of what the terrain looks like, where this is burning. Occasionally it'll get down in that valley and then make a push up the hill, and that's when we start to see that flare-up happen. Now, we're reading that they have some fixed-wing aircraft that are on order. Their priority is going to be here on this northeast flank of the fire. So it's going to be, I would say, west of Mandeville Fire Road. So not Mandeville Canyon, but Mandeville Fire Road. And as far as on this stretch, it's actually slowed down considerably. And once they get more of that retardant down there, that's going to be, it's only going to help improve the situation on this northeast portion of the fire. This section right here that you are seeing would be west of that. So there's Temescal Fire Road. That's where this portion is burning right now. So it's making a north push, kind of a northwesterly push in this section. So this is about a 5-mile stretch of fire here north of Pacific Palisades. Now, as for the scope of the Palisades fire in general, as we pan over here towards the west, occasionally we'll see a flare up here in the Fernwood area right along Topanga Canyon. They've had some water dropping helicopters that were working into the overnight and into the morning in this section and have made a lot of progress. It's hard for us to make out. As a matter of fact, I'll just say I have not seen any homes in this area that have burned. That's not to say that none of them have, but personally I have not seen any of the homes burned here in the Fernwood area. So a big shout out to those water dropping helicopters and those crews that are on the ground helping to protect those structures. We'll pan up here towards the Malibu Canyon area. This is going to be along Piuma, so north of Piuma and east of Malibu Canyon. There's water dropping helicopters in that vicinity right now. Piuma Road, this is round 2 for them within the last month. They had to endure the Franklin fire and now the Palisades fire. And as far as I could see, none of those homes were lost along Piuma Road. So again, a lot of progress being made here, still active mostly on the northeast corner of the Palisades fire. Live in Sky 5 and Rich Prickett. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Rich, just one more question. We've heard from viewers in Topanga Canyon itself. I had a friend reach out overnight to say, hey, we've faced threats here and we haven't heard a lot of attention or a lot of focus on Topanga itself. And what I'm hearing from you is that there isn't an immediate threat to structures, or if there has been one, that they've been knocked down fairly quickly.
Yeah, I would say so, Frank. Over the last couple of days, there's been so much smoke covering the Santa Monica mountain range that it's difficult for us to pinpoint on one specific spot and give the viewers an idea of what's happening in their neighborhood, because sometimes we just really can't see it.
Yeah.
And once the smoke clears, then we have an idea of how active it was over the past couple of days. But the fire helicopters, I can tell you, have really been working that area hard within the last overnight and into the morning. I checked the flight trackers on my way to work early this morning at about 2:30, and I could see all the flight tracking going up and down Topanga Canyon, and a lot of work has been done in that area. And again, we'll give you one last look here before I send it back to you. And honestly, it's actually looking really good. In the burn scar area that I'm seeing in that area is really in an open area, and that's what you're seeing here off to the left. And this hill here with all the homes, it really is intact, and you can tell from the vegetation it's hardly been burned. So a big shout out again to the water dropping helicopters and those crews that are on the ground.
Yeah. And I'm just curious, Rich, because we hear so much about that the winds are sustained at about 8 miles per hour, the importance of getting containment. We're at 8% containment, and they really want to get a hold on that over the next couple of days. Do you see active moments where you can tell that that is indeed what they're doing, whether it's with a bulldozer or hand crews, or have you seen that actively happening from the sky this morning?
You know, I was just discussing that with our pilot, David, just moments ago while we were in that press conference and we were watching this fire, and it would look like that this area here around the northeastern portion, so Temescal Fire Road and some of the other roads, it looks like it's been freshly graded. I mean, you can see right there, this would be a fire line here, and you can see some of the machinery that's down here. There's a dozer right there. So yes, they are cutting a line around the fire, and you can see the vegetation there with the red retardant. So certainly have a lot of work has been done here to prevent further spread in this area. I mean, it's still a little ways away from the active involvement, but they're already planning ahead in case there was a stir in the wind, or if this fire was aggressive enough to make it to that point. I believe that's going to be Mulholland Road. Again, that's a dirt road right there, and there's Farmer Fire Road. I know these areas are probably going to be more familiar to people that like to hike in these areas, but that's just to kind of give you a sense of where it's at. So a lot of work being done here, retardant drops, more on the way, and they have the dozers here to continue cutting lines in this section of the fire.
Yeah, and as dramatic as some of the flame footage may seem, and as scary as that may seem at times, there are actually some benefits and to it when it's burning in these kinds of areas, and there's a great deal of fire science that goes into fire management by the folks who are looking at this, and they can sometimes say, look, it's actually better for us to burn this off when we don't have the high winds, and that is removing fuel from when the winds return and when there are intense fires that come back. There's nothing, you're in effect creating a gigantic, as Rich called it, a burn scar.
Right.
It becomes a fire break that when the fires roar back with wind, there's nothing for the embers to catch on to. Mm-hmm. So some of this, while it may seem dramatic, in some cases the firefighters are saying, let's let it burn this particular area, make sure it doesn't go to homes or structures, and while the smoke plume may be frightening and you may see flames up in the hills, they are not threatening you unless the firefighters tell you, right, yes, it's time to evacuate, these are a threat. They know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. There is a science to it. So Rich, we appreciate your view of this, because I know it's been a concern to a lot of folks. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Rich. Eric Spillman on the ground there in the Pacific Palisades this morning. National Guard, they've set up checkpoints for the Palisades Fire to enforce a curfew that's taking effect at 6 o'clock tonight. Curfew
obviously meant to prevent looters from taking advantage of homes that are under mandatory evacuation orders. All of this coming as firefighters, as we could see, continue to battle the flames of the catastrophic Palisades Fire. KTLA's Eric Spillman, and we can see him on the ground there in Pacific Palisades, where he has been for days, with more. Eric, good morning.
Well, good morning. Yeah, we're in the main sort of business district here in Pacific Palisades, and you look over here across the way, it's just an incredible amount of destruction. I mean, this is really common for all over Pacific Palisades, but this shows you the business district. These were mom and pop businesses, a nail salon, a boutique, a shoe store, electric bike store, all kinds of little businesses, and not anymore. They will not be here when people are allowed to come back here, and it's just the scale of the devastation. I mean, we show it to you, we talk about numbers, we talk about, 5,300 structures that have been damaged or destroyed in this fire. That's the latest count, and then you come and you see it, and it is just remarkable. I mean, it's mind-boggling what this fire did, how it decimated this community. There are people, believe it or not, who have stayed here And even without power or any utilities, they're living here in Pacific Palisades. And one of them is Jeff Ridgway. Let's come on over and talk to you.
Hi, how are you?
How are you doing?
I'm good. It's a bit shocking. I think everybody's in shock. It's probably about half the homes here in the Palisades have been affected. My apartment building on Haverford Avenue was not burned out, but I did stay. I did use the hose a little bit. It might have actually had a help, but I was more worried about the tenants' possessions in the building.
Are you worried about looters?
I haven't seen much of anybody, so at this point, no. And I know that police are here looking out for that. So at this point, what is burned isn't going to have much left. But the houses that haven't been burned, maybe they're of concern.
When you look at this sort of thing, and you say to yourself, and you're still here, there's no stores open, there's no grocery stores, there's no banks, and none of the conveniences that you've relied on are here. How are you going to manage?
Well, I'll be able to get away and bring stuff in. I actually had one of my tenants make 5 sacks of groceries appear for me. She knew I was there, and thank you, Marilyn, for that. It's really me and my dog. I'm going to just worry about keeping the building safe, the building, clean it up, get ready for anybody who comes back to get their things. Somebody made a mention about how much devastation it is. It's like, well, they're going to rebuild, of course, but for the meantime, who would want to live here?
Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah, it's like, who would want to live here as far as people moving in or buying up? Eventually it's going to be redeveloped, but right now it's just not a reasonable place to live even.
You don't have electricity.
No, but I'm going to get a generator. So the big issue really would be water, although we've got a swimming pool that I can take buckets out of and use the toilet and different things. I never felt like I was endangered, but if I was, I'd take my dog, which is most important to me. There's no way she was going to be injured. That's Abby, by the way. And so that was it. It wasn't like there was a great danger. The smoke has been terrible. Obviously, the soot is still coming down. But there's no way I was going to put my dog in danger. So yeah, I could have always walked out. But I really did want to stay as long as I could, make sure that nobody did come in, make sure that there were no spot fires are coming. But we really weren't out of the danger on Haverford. There's an alley behind us until the night before last. There was one last burst of wind, and it started coming up the buildings towards us. And the firemen came and put that stop and had a fire line basically 2 doors down from us.
So you're not planning to leave at all. You're going to just stay.
Well, I'll stay. I'll be needing to get out and take a shower and do things. But right now, I'm going to just focus on what I can focus on, which is my local building, try to clean up. And I'm going to be on guard.
Okay. Thank you so much for talking to us.
It. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, you have to be kind of a pioneer, I would have to say, to live here under these circumstances. But he's going to stick it out. And next hour, we're going to talk a little bit more about the rebuilding process and how long that might take. And we spoke to a building contractor who has a lot of experience. He had some interesting insight on all that. So we'll bring that to you coming up next hour. But on the positive side, we're seeing some utility crews in here today, like trucks from the gas company and the DWP. Perhaps those are the beginning stages of trying to, get the utilities back on, clear up some of the hazards that block some of the streets here. And it's going to take a long time, but maybe it's just now beginning. And I want to show you that fire station over there. It's very interesting. Fire station number 69. That is one of the only buildings in this area that survived this fire, remarkably. And those firefighters, they're staying there. They don't have water, they don't have power, and they told me they're drinking bottled water or water from the fire trucks themselves. It's really amazing. We'll send it back to you.
Gosh, we appreciate their efforts, and thank goodness that fire station survived, because that is an absolutely essential part of that community. Eric, thank you very much. We want to get to the Eaton fire now, burning in the Altadena and Pasadena areas. The nearly 14,000 acre fire, 3% contained this morning. Flames crawled up Mount Wilson yesterday, threatening the historic observatory there and the broadcast towers there. Officials say firefighters managed to stop the flames from causing any damage to the actual structures. However, authorities believe 4,000 to 5,000 other structures have either been damaged or destroyed in this fire. Authorities also revealing moments ago that a firefighter was injured while battling the Eaton fire yesterday.
KTLA's Carlos Herrera live now in Altadena with the very latest on all of that. Carlos, good morning.
Hi, Jessica. Frank, good morning. Finally seeing some sort of containment in this days-long battle of this massive, deadly, and destructive Eaton fire here in Altadena and Pasadena. More on that in just a few moments. Now, we had a few hours to spare here, wait for our next live shot, and we thought, why not drive around and check on these properties? Many of these viewers reached out to me on social media saying, hey, we can't get access to those evacuation zones. Can you check on my home? And we did. We were only able to get to 6 properties here in Altadena. And out of all those 6, only 1 was left standing, unfortunately, and that is this home here on East Mendocino Street and Highland Avenue. It really is so hard to understand how this house is still standing, because I'll step out of the way and I'll have John show here all the homes nearby, basically. Next door, they're gone. This neighborhood has been leveled. So we were able to take pictures of this photo. The homeowner telling me on social media, hey, I was here Wednesday afternoon. I checked on it. It was okay then, but I had to leave. We weren't allowed to come back to this area. Can you please go check on it this morning? And here it is. And I got to tell you, Frank and Jessica, that many of these neighbors stepped in to help out and save this house. Let's bring in Sam Fiedler here. You've lived here for several years. You grew up in Altadena, your family as well. Your home is okay. You live just a few houses down here. And you said your brother stepped in to save this house.
He did. So the structure itself is still standing, but the smoke damage, it's not livable. And we have a couple properties in the area. Some are just completely leveled.
Are gone, right? Oh my gosh. You said all these homes were on fire, and then you said, we got to save this house, the greenhouse right behind me. And your brother said there was a pool nearby and they were grabbing some water there.
Right. So there's a pool just 2 houses away. My brother got buckets because there was no water anywhere and was dumping water on any lit flame. So to prevent any further damage, he dumped dozens and dozens of buckets. Local police officers from Valley Traffic Division on their days off came out and helped too. But when he walked in, he said it's not from this world. It looks like absolute devastation.
No, it was just a war zone out here. We've never seen anything like this. The house still standing, some minor damage in the backyard, the garage as well, the broken glass doors too. But the house is still there. Yeah,
so my neighbor's house is still standing. The second he put any water on it, the glass was shattering and popping. My parents' house is, the structure, although the bones are there, you just can't live in it. There are no utilities. You can't breathe in it. And although you think it's a win that, hey, my house is still standing, it's not your home anymore.
It's devastating.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there's not much we can do anymore, but at least in a catastrophe, we can spend the time together and we can live through it together. So I guess company is all you can do at this point.
Sam, thank you for your time and thank you for your heroic efforts. Stay safe out there. Again, this is what we're seeing here in Altadena. Acreage staying at about the same overnight. Containment at 3%. Over 4,000, nearly 5,000 structures damaged or destroyed altogether, but officials being very clear. Again, they haven't had an official count on this. We'll have to wait and see when these evacuation zones are opened back up so they can get an official count. We'll send it back to you.
Okay, Carlos, we appreciate that update there. Thank you so much. Now to the latest on the Kenneth fire in the San Fernando Valley. It has burned at least 1,000 acres. It is 35% contained. Fire officials say they've stopped the fire's forward progress. All evacuation orders and warnings have been lifted. And hundreds of firefighters still working to fully contain the Kenneth fire.
KTLA's Aaron Myers live in West Hills with the very latest on the situation there. And we got an update on the investigation as well, and the suspect arrested, but not arrested for allegedly starting the fire.
Hi, good morning, Frank. Good morning, Jess. Yeah, LAPD said that they did take a man into custody yesterday. He was near where this fire was burning. They questioned him. They said there was not enough probable cause to investigate him for arson, but he was arrested for felony probation violation. So right now the cause of this fire does remain under investigation, and you can see behind me we see some Ventura County Fire Department heavy equipment. We saw CAL FIRE here as well, and I do want to say right now this is the best case scenario for this fire. We are told firefighters were able to get on this very quickly because the winds did cooperate, but that is a concern today. It has been breezy out here at times, so I want to bring in Captain Tony McHale with Ventura County Fire Department to talk to us more about this. Now fill us in. We did talk earlier about the winds being something you're watching, but right now things have been going the way you want them to at this point.
Yes, that's correct. Here on the Kenneth fire, this is what's called the mutual threat zone. So you have Ventura County, LA County, and LAFD all cooperating together. We have pre-plans, we have mutual agreement for assistance. So that came into play perfectly yesterday. And one thing you need to understand about firefighters is that we are opportunists. Everything we do is dictated by conditions. Yesterday, we had a reprieve from the winds, so we were able to aggressively get after it, go direct on the fire, and the game changer was aircraft. We had fixed wing airplanes. We had a rotor wing helicopters. They made the difference. And then, of course, when they knock the heat out of the fire, the ground pounders can get in there. These are the camp crews and, of course, engine companies with hose lines and bulldozers. So it was a coordinated, very aggressive attack. The outcome has been good. The wind here, though, is still a concern. We're still in red flag, so they're doing the decidedly unglamorous part of the job, which is mopping up, dealing with hot spots, and getting containment lines in.
Talk to us a little bit about that containment. We know it's at about 35% now, so the goal for today for firefighters, besides the mopping up and things like that?
Yeah, that's correct. The containment effort is ongoing. It's at 35%, but I'm sure it's more by now because they've been working most of the morning, so that number will change later today. We have about 350 personnel out here working very hard to get these containment lines in, get a handle on this thing so we can deal with another response if necessary. Again, we are in red flag conditions right now.
And we know the fire broke out a little after 2:30 yesterday afternoon. Did get close to some homes, but now that not an issue at this point now.
Yeah, the efforts of the firefighters in the area getting on it right away, going direct and coordinating with aircraft, that really made the difference. So we're able to keep it out of these neighborhoods. This is an outcome. This is the outcome we want. This is what we train for.
Thank you so much, Captain. We really appreciate you filling us in on that. And once again, I just want to reiterate that man that was taken in custody, not arrested for arson. There was not enough evidence for that. Arrested once again for those felony violations for probation. The cause here still under investigation. Reporting live here in West Hills, I'm Erin Myers. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
Okay, Erin, thank you.